Amazing rescue this weekend in the Nottawasaga Bluffs, and tonight we have an exclusive interview with the man who spent more than 19 hours trapped 40 feet down in a narrow rock crevice.
Our Roger Klein was the only reporter there throughout the long hours of Saturday night as crews from Clearview Township, Barrie and Toronto all worked to reach the injured man.
We begin our coverage now with Roger and the man who was rescued, Seth Rowe.
That sounds great. I'm so relieved. It's amazing.
30-year-old Seth Rowe is scraped and bruised, but alive and lucky he survived being trapped in this narrow crevice on the Niagara Escarpment. Rowe was exploring the crevice at the Nottawasaga Bluffs south of Collingwood on Saturday when he slipped and fell 40 feet into the narrow crack in the rock and couldn't get out.
All my strength left me, and I just slowly slid back down, and that's when I was like, I'm in trouble. I'm not getting out of here. And it was really pretty bad. Nobody knew where I was. Normally I go with friends, and this was a different spot. Nobody knew.
Rowe spent the next 8 hours huddled in the dark trying to stay warm, and he knew the odds were against him. His cell phone was dead, the conservation area here is isolated, and it was getting dark when two hikers happened by on the Bruce Trail.
So I started yelling like, hello, help, help, and then miraculously somebody said hello. And I just like, hello, hello. And he said, is somebody down there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm stuck down here. Can you get me a rope or something to get out of here? He said, how'd you get down there? And I said, I fell most of it.
The hikers contacted Rowe's family and called 911, which triggered the rescue operation. But it was a long, slow process. Fire crews from Clearview and the city of Barrie worked through the night. Another rescue team from Toronto arrived early yesterday morning to help. Rescuers managed to get Rowe some food, water, and blankets to prevent his hypothermia from getting worse. And they kept him talking through the many long, dark hours. More than 19 hours after falling into the crevice, Rowe reached through a crack firefighters had widened with hammer drills.
I'm not sure his name, but we made contact. He grabbed my hand, and I started crying. They made contact, and there's another human being touching me. It was pretty intense. He pulled me up to where he was standing, and then he grabbed my foot, and they started pushing me up manually, and the guys were pulling on the rope, and I was just like, we were still pretty far down there, and I was still rubbing my back and stuff, and shaking like a leaf. It was just, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was just like, oh God, please get me out of this hole. No more holdbacks. Please get me out. And they're like, don't you worry, we got you from here, buddy. It's wide enough. You're getting out. So once I got up to the next guy's level, that was the guy that talked to me all night and stuff. And he said, I told you I wouldn't leave you here, and we're gonna get you out.
At 9:39 Sunday morning, Rowe was pulled from the crevice.
They dragged me out onto the ground, and I saw the daylight, and I was like, oh, I'm alive. That's crazy. I'm alive.
Officials with the Conservation Authority say they don't have a policy that specifically forbids exploring the caves here, but there was a fatality in the same area about 15 years ago when a person fell from a cliff. Rowe says he's looking forward to meeting his rescuers and the two hikers that found him against all odds. Roger Klein, CTV News, Clearview.